Hello, YouTube. It is Sleeve McQueen, also known as Monica, or, Sassy Pants, here for, I should have looked that up, week 23 or 24. Why am I never prepared? So, this week, I lost 3 pounds, which made me really happy because I was kind of, doing the whole stall thing for a while, and then I thought things were going slow, and I was being, greedy, just not too happy with the process, but I understood 100% that there was no reason for me to not be happy, so I was conflicted, and it's week 23. Week 23, post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. It's been like a year, like 13 months, not quite, a year and 3 weeks since I started trying to lose weight. So, today has been very emotional. It's a Transformation Tuesday, so I went and found a bunch of old pictures and I put up 6 pictures this time instead of just a high weight and a current weight, kind of showing like a different transition because I've been mostly dissatisfied with what I feel is my weight loss since surgery. So I wanted to find a picture of the day before surgery and like the 2 weeks after and kind of look at those. It's a huge difference. And I just wasn't seeing it, I guess. Even though I know it, I do know it. I don't know why I've been dissatisfied. It upsets me with myself. I don't want to be like that. But so that was very emotional because it was a huge difference since surgery. Um, and then I decided that I would do the tape measure thing that I've seen a bunch of you people do, where you take the tape measure and you find the point where your highest measurement was, and then you kind of stand inside of it and hold the tape measure around you so you can kind of visualize the change in your body. And wow, that's all I can say is wow. And then I was emotional about that because it's joy because look how far I've come. And then it was also some sadness because I used to say I had like reverse body dysmorphia where I didn't realize how big I was. Most people, I think, that do that seem to believe that they're much bigger than they are. You'll hear completely average weight people talking about being fat or really, really skinny people talking about, that they're chubby, and it doesn't make any sense. And I, on the other hand, would always be shocked by my size when I caught a glimpse in like a store window or something. So seeing the tape measure so far around me, and how much smaller I was like, gosh, you were big. You were much bigger than you realized. And so I was a little bit sad for the former me, Why didn't I do something about it sooner? But it's phenomenal to do that. If you are feeling like you haven't come very far and you're not seeing it in the mirror, and you're not really making a connection with the weight loss and the achievement and the changes in your body, do this tape measure thingy because it was astonishing actually. And there's a picture at the very end that I'll place at the very end of this video that blows my mind, and I'm doing good because I'm not crying again. Blows my mind. So my weight on the scale is 265 today, so that's 3 pounds for the week. I really pushed calories this week. I kind of pushed water the last week and the week before that, and I did see some loss, but I was thinking, let me try pushing calories and try to get up above 1,000 consistently every single day. And so I lost 3 pounds this week. So I do think that I got to keep my calories up. The bad thing is I have felt stuffed to the gills all week long. Like I've felt like I've eaten Thanksgiving dinner all week long, and not in the good way, in that really bad, miserable, gosh, I don't want to move kind of a way. So I need your high calorie, nutrient dense, protein rich food suggestions. Nuts, peanut butter, I'm doing some of that. I'm doing meats, of course. And I've had more carbs this week just to try to get the calorie count up also, but still trying to stay under 50. So what is your go-to dense food where it's a small amount but a lot of calories? Things like, peanut butter, avocado, and all of that. Give me some hints. Let's see. Today in SB, I swung on a playground swing and I climbed up on the playground equipment. And then my son, those, it's kind of like a teeter-totter, but it has 4 seats and it can kind of go all the different directions. He wanted me to go on that with him. There was no one else at the playground. And my instant thought was, no, I'll break that. And then I looked at it and I'm like, seriously, Monica, you got to lose that mindset. This is a heavy duty metal playground equipment thing with these giant industrial springs. I think you can sit on it carefully and you'll be okay. I didn't have to be careful. We were bouncing like nutcases, and I even put a picture on Facebook, and I didn't feel like I was going to break it, or, you know, I felt kind of normal, and that was a really big deal. And so it's been a really good week. I am feeling emotional, but I do have, lady time coming in a couple of days. Emotional in a good way, I think. All of the things that I'm noticing in myself. I wore a shirt today that Randy, VSG Granny, gave me in Chicago last March. So that's however many months ago that is. About 6 months ago. And that day, they told me, oh, you can wear that, you can wear that. And it was kind of tight across the belly. And I did wear it, but I felt a little self-conscious in it. And today I put it on and I thought, you need to do another full body progress picture, because most of them are selfies where it's like, here to here. And so I put that shirt on and I realized that it was hanging away from my belly. It wasn't touching my belly. It was actually baggy. How is that possible? Huge, huge changes. I think the biggest thing I'm feeling emotional about is I got divorced 15 years ago. And when I got divorced, I was 200 pounds. I talked about this in the last video. And that's when I moved to Michigan. And that's when I really started piling on the weight. And I'm 65 pounds away from that. I think I'm probably close to what I weighed when we moved into this house 10 years ago. And I didn't feel like a fat person 10 years ago. I felt like a chubby girl, a curvy girl, but not a fat girl. And, but again, like I said, I kind of don't really see how big I am some of the times. So I know that I was, probably basically this size, which is awesome. But of course, it's not a healthy BMI, healthy average, weight. But I am so close to, turning back the clock with my body. And it's just, it makes me very emotional. In a good way. Definitely in a good way. Let's see. Not a lot else is going on. And the video where I do the measurements, I need to remember that that's getting tagged on here, so it's going to take up space. So in between, at the end of this section, I'll put the picture that I took today, the transformation progress picture, in the shirt that VSG Granny gave me. And then the video with the tape measure, and then the final picture, which is the mind-blowing picture. So, okay, I love you guys, and I will see you next week for week 24, and I'll try to remember that next week is week 24. And, oh, quickly, tomorrow I'm going for fasting blood work, my first blood work since surgery, because my 6-month post-op follow-up appointment is next week. So even though it's a little bit before the 6-month period, that's when it's scheduled. So I will see my surgeon for the first time in, or my surgeon's office. I actually don't have an appointment with the actual surgeon for the first time in 3 months. So it'll be, interesting to see what they say and what they think about my progress. Okay, Enjoy the picture, the video, and the next picture. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm gonna do the thing where you take the measuring tape and put it at your highest weight measurements and see what the difference is. I've already done it, and I've already had to keep myself from potentially crying. Okay, so we will start with my calf was 19.5. I actually do not know if you'll be able to see this. I actually don't think you can see that one because of the way the video is. And my thigh was 33. So there's that much difference there. This was kind of astonishing, honestly. My forearm was 13. This kind of blew my mind because I did not think I'd lost that much in my arms, but obviously I did. Upper arm is 19. Isn't that crazy? Oh no, wait, 19's there even. So even with my sag, I still got a lot missing. Then bust. When the first time I measured this, I did it at 55 because I misread it, and I was like, well, that explains a lot because there was space. Then I went and double checked the number, and the number was actually 65, which kind of blew my mind. So 65 off my bust. Yeah, that explains what's going on in the sag zone, right? Then my waist was 58.5. Jack's dying to be a helper, but this is not the right spot. All right. 58.5. They can hear you. I don't know why you're bothering to whisper. So that's my waist difference. Although it was probably like mostly out here. And then this is the one that is, I guess staggering is a word I'd like to use. And that's around my hips and my belly. My hips and belly were 82.5 when I started. And I'm actually going to put up a picture in a second and show you something. Oh, it's twisted. That's why it's not going. Can you guys see the hat? Not yet. He's so eager. What he wants to show you, let's go ahead and do it. He wants to show you that he can get in here with me and there's still space. In fact, there's so much space that Elijah, my 19-year-old, could get in here also. And that's the picture I'm going to show you now. When I realized that the three of us could get inside the tape measure, I really was astonished and proud, and really gave me a lot of perspective on how far that I've come. Thanks again for always supporting me, and I'll see you next week.